welcome to our deep dive today.
Okay.
All about the mind and its potential to heal. We're going to be looking at the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Right.
Now, he's a chiropractor.
Yeah.
And a researcher who has made some pretty bold claims about our ability to,
I've heard of him.
think ourselves well.
Yeah, he's definitely not shy about pushing the boundaries,
Yeah.
of conventional medicine.
Right.
But what I find really interesting about his work
Okay.
is that it's so deeply rooted in his personal experience.
Yeah,
You know.
that's right. He healed himself from a really serious spinal injury
Wow.
using mental techniques.
Yeah.
So for him, it's not just theory.
Right.
It makes you wonder
Yeah.
if there really is something to this idea that we have more control over our health than we realize.
Yeah, well, he actually started out
Right.
by interviewing people who experienced what's called spontaneous remission.
Oh, wow.
So basically defying medical expectations and healing from these really serious conditions.
Wow.
And in their stories, he found a pattern.
Okay.
They all seemed to make a significant shift in their self-identity,
Okay.
often kind of embracing a belief in a higher power.
So it wasn't just positive thinking.
No.
They were
yeah.
actually having these profound
Yeah.
internal experiences. But how does that
That's a good question.
translate into
Yeah.
physical healing?
Well, that's where the science comes in.
Right.
Dr. Dispenza draws on fields like epigenetics
Oh, yeah.
to explain how our thoughts and our emotions
Right.
can actually influence our biology.
Yeah.
Think of your brain like a muscle.
Okay.
There's lifting weights can change your muscles. Focusing your mind in certain ways can actually change the structure
Wow.
of your brain.
So it's not just wishful thinking. There's actual science
There's real science behind it.
behind this.
Yeah.
I'll admit, some of the terms that he uses can be a bit confusing.
Oh.
Like gamma brainwave states.
Yeah.
And biological upgrades. What does that even mean?
Well, he uses those terms to describe what he believes happens during deep meditation.
Okay.
So basically, he suggests that when we quiet the analytical mind, we can tap into this level of awareness
Okay.
that's kind of beyond our everyday experience.
Yeah.
And in this state, he believes we can access our subconscious mind and potentially make changes at a cellular level.
So it's not just about relaxation.
No.
It's talking about rewiring our brains through meditation.
Exactly.
That's pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I'm also a bit skeptical.
Yeah.
I mean, can simply changing our thoughts really have that much of an impact?
Well, that's a fair question.
Yeah.
And it's one that Dr. Dispenza addresses head on.
Okay.
He doesn't just rely on anecdotal evidence. He conducts research.
Right.
Using brain scans and other measurements to track the changes. Okay.
That occur when people practice his methods.
So there's some data
There is data.
to back up his claims. Yes.
Okay.
He's found that certain meditation practices can lead to measurable changes in brainwave activity,
Right.
heart rate variability,
Okay.
and even gene expression.
Wow.
He argues that these changes are evidence
Okay.
that we're not just changing our mental state,
Right.
we're actually influencing our physical reality.
Okay, that's starting to make more sense.
Yeah.
But one concept that really struck me
Okay.
was his idea that people can be emotionally addicted to a life they don't want.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, he suggests that because our brains are wired for survival,
Right.
they're constantly scanning for threats.
Yeah.
This can lead to a constant state of stress.
Okay.
And over time, our bodies can actually become chemically addicted to the hormones that are released during stress.
So even if we consciously want a peaceful, happy life,
Right.
our bodies might be unconsciously seeking out
Yeah.
those stressful experiences because they crave
They crave that chemical rush.
the chemical rush.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
That's crazy.
And he argues that this is why
Okay.
we often find ourselves repeating the same negative pattern,
Right.
even when we know
Yeah.
they're not good for us.
Yeah. That's a pretty powerful insight.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if some of our behaviors are driven more by our biology than our conscious choices.
That's a good point.
But if we're trapped in these emotional loops,
Right.
how do we break free?
That's where Dr. Dispenza's unique approach to meditation comes in.
Okay.
He believes that we can use meditation to rewire our brains and shift out of these negative patterns. And he really emphasizes the importance of connecting with the heart.
Okay.
suggesting that cultivating feelings of gratitude and love can actually help us create a more coherent state.
So it's not just about quieting the mind. It's about cultivating...
It's about cultivating positive emotions as well.
Positive emotions as well.
Yes.
He believes that when we can achieve this state of heart coherence, we can actually shift our energy and start to create a different reality for ourselves.
That's the idea.
That's a pretty bold claim.
It is.
I'm curious to learn more about how this heart coherence thing actually works.
Yeah.
And what specific techniques he recommends for achieving it.
That leads us to the next part of our deep dive. Okay. There's actually a growing body of scientific research on the heart-brain connection. We tend to think of the brain, as the control center of the body, but the heart actually sends more signals to the brain than the brain sends to the heart.
So the heart is kind of like the boss.
In a way, yes.
Interesting.
And the heart's signals have a significant impact on brain function.
Okay.
Especially in areas related to emotions, perception, and decision-making.
So there's a real connection there.
There is.
But how does that translate into, healing and transformation?
Okay, so Dr. Dispenza argues that when our heart rhythms are erratic, which is often the case when we're stressed or, experiencing negative emotions, it sends kind of chaotic signals to the brain. And this can lead to feelings of anxiety, overwhelm, even physical health problems.
So it's like our heart is sending out this SOS signal to the brain.
Right.
And the brain responds by keeping us in that fight or flight mode.
Exactly. Yeah. But when we can cultivate a state of heart coherence, where our heart rhythm is more balanced and harmonious, it sends calming signals to the brain. This can lead to feelings of peace, clarity, increased well-being.
That makes sense. But how do we actually achieve this heart coherence? Is it just a matter of relaxing and trying to think positive thoughts?
It's a bit more involved than that. Dr. Dispenza teaches specific meditation techniques that are designed to help us shift into this coherent state. He emphasizes focusing on the heart. Cultivating feelings of gratitude, appreciation, and love.
So instead of trying to empty our minds, we're actually focusing our attention on the heart.
Exactly.
So filling it with positive emotions.
Yes. And he believes this is key to accessing what he calls the quantum field, this field of infinite possibilities.
Okay, now we're getting into some pretty out there territory. But I have to admit, the idea that we can tap into this field of infinite possibilities is pretty exciting.
It is exciting.
Is there any evidence that this is actually possible?
Well, Dr. Dispenza points to the placebo effect as one example. This is where people experience real healing benefits from a treatment, even if that treatment is a sugar pill. He argues that this is because the power of belief can trigger changes in the body.
Wow.
Even without any physical intervention.
So if we can heal ourselves with a sugar pill, what else might be possible?
Exactly.
Wow.
And he believes that meditation can be even more powerful than the placebo effect. Because it allows us to tap into a deeper level of consciousness and make more profound changes.
That's a pretty bold claim.
It is.
But I'm starting to see how all of this ties together. It's about shifting out of those negative emotional patterns. Cultivating heart coherence. Accessing a state of consciousness where we can create a new reality for ourselves.
Exactly.
It's almost like we're becoming alchemists.
That's a great analogy. And he emphasizes that this is not just about healing from illness. It's about living a more fulfilling and meaningful life. It's about tapping into our full potential and becoming the creators of our own destiny.
So how do we actually start doing this? Are there specific techniques he recommends?
Yeah, he teaches a variety of techniques. But one of the most fundamental is a meditation practice where you focus your attention on the area around your heart and breathe deeply. He suggests imagining that you're breathing in light and love, filling your entire body with this positive energy.
Sounds simple enough.
It does.
But is it really that easy?
Like any skill, it takes practice. But he emphasizes that consistency is key. Even a few minutes of dedicated practice each day can make a difference.
And he claims this can lead to those gamma brainwave states.
Yes.
And biological upgrades we were talking about earlier.
He does.
Okay. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that part.
Okay.
But I could definitely see how cultivating heart coherence and reducing stress could have a positive impact.
Absolutely.
On our health and well-being.
Yeah.
I'm also curious about his emphasis on community.
Okay.
He seems to believe that being part of a supportive group can amplify these transformative effects.
Absolutely. He talks about how collective intention and shared experiences can create a powerful energy field that accelerates individual growth and healing. He actually conducted a study where he measured the changes in gene expression and gut bacteria in participants who attended like a week-long retreat.
And what did he find?
He found that the participants showed a remarkable convergence in their biological markers, suggesting that they were literally becoming more alike on a cellular level.
That's fascinating.
It is.
It suggests that we're not just isolated individuals. We're interconnected beings.
Yes.
And our energy can influence each other.
Exactly. And this brings us back to the power of belief. If we believe that we can heal ourselves and we surround ourselves with others who share that belief, it creates a powerful synergy. It can make amazing things possible.
I'm starting to understand why so many people are drawn to Dr. Dispenza's work.
Yeah.
It's not just about healing. It's about community.
It's about connection. And the power of collective transformation.
Yeah. Okay, so we've explored some pretty mind-bending concepts here with Dr. Dispenza's work.
We have.
From rewiring our brains to tapping into the quantum field. So what does all this mean for the average listener?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that we have far more agency over our lives than we often believe.
Okay.
You know, we're not just victims of circumstance or our genes. Our thoughts and emotions play a crucial role in shaping our reality.
So it's empowering to think that we can create a different future for ourselves. But where do we even begin?
Well, Dr. Dispenza talks about the importance of setting clear intentions. And it's not just about wishing for something. It's about deciding with absolute certainty that you're going to create it.
Wow.
He often compares it to like placing an order with the universe.
So how does that work?
Right.
Do we just like write down our intentions and hope for the best?
It's more than just writing them down. It's about embodying the feeling of already having what you desire. He suggests using visualization techniques to really immerse yourself in that reality.
I can see how that could be really powerful.
Yeah.
If we can convince our subconscious mind that we already have what we want, maybe it becomes more likely to manifest.
It does.
In our physical reality.
Exactly. It's about aligning our thoughts, our feelings, and actions with our desired outcome.
But what about those times when things don't go our way? Does that mean we just didn't believe hard enough?
Yeah. Not necessarily. Dr. Dispenza acknowledges that challenges are part of the process. He says it's important to view obstacles, not as failures, but as opportunities for growth.
He encourages us to keep practicing.
Yes.
Even when we feel discouraged.
Even when we feel discouraged.
It reminds me of something he said about those who experience spontaneous remission. They never gave up hope.
They never gave up hope.
Right. They clung to their belief even when things looked bleak.
Exactly. And he suggests that this unwavering faith combined with a willingness to surrender to a higher power played a key role in their healing.
It makes you wonder what's possible.
Yeah.
If we could cultivate that level of trust and surrender.
It is a question worth pondering.
In our own lives.
And I think that's the beauty of Dr. Dispenza's work.
Yeah.
It invites us to explore the depths of our own potential and to embrace the unknown with a sense of curiosity and wonder.
It's not a quick fix or a one-size-fits-all solution.
Oh,
it's a journey.
It's a journey.
Of self-discovery and transformation.
Of self-discovery and transformation.
And he emphasizes that we don't have to do it alone.
No, you don't.
He believes that connecting with like-minded individuals can amplify our efforts and support us along the way.
Absolutely. He talks about the power of collective intention and the idea that we can create a ripple effect of positive change by coming together and supporting each other.
That's why he encourages people to attend his workshops and retreats.
He does.
To experience the energy of a group of people, all focused on healing and transformation.
All right.
So even if we're skeptical about some of the more mystical aspects of his work, there's still value in connecting with others.
There is.
Who are on a similar path.
Absolutely. And I think that's a message that resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, we all crave connection and belonging.
Yeah.
And when we find a community that supports our growth and well-being, it can make all the difference.
So if you're feeling inspired by what you've heard today, maybe the next step is to reach out and connect with others who are exploring these ideas.
Exactly.
Or simply start by incorporating a few minutes of heart-focused meditation into your daily routine.
Good idea.
Even small changes can have a ripple effect.
It can.
As Dr. Dispenza says, we have the power to change our minds.
We do.
And in doing so, we can change our lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this deep dive into the incredible power of the mind to heal.
It was a good one.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep believing in your own limitless potential.
It's limitless.